All right. Hi, everyone. It's Heidi and Bruce.
Hey.
We're sitting outside on a beautiful day in Ellicott City, Maryland.
Hope you're having fun at Colonel Con.
Yes, hope you're having fun at Colonel Con. We were asked to do what were we asked to do?
I think in the industry they might call it a bumper, where there's content and then there's content.
Like
there needs to be a void in between. So we're the void
bumper
in between things happening at Colonel Con. So I know this is where they think our real value is. So we'll be vacuous.
We'll be what?
Vacuous.
What, vacuous?
We just spent a lot of time looking for synonyms. So it's a synonym for a void.
For a void, vacuous.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That seems a little bit of a stretch for me.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the task at hand.
So we're potters, and it's a pandemic. So we're going to talk about the things that we're doing around the household that may or may not all start with the letter P.
Because we like alliteration.
Alliteration.
So these are the Potter pandemic
procedures.
Or protocols.
Or protocols.
You pick. We weren't sure. So these are things that we're doing here in Maryland. We are not currently under shelter-in-place law, but we suspect it's headed that way. We have been quarantined now in our house for...
Well, we've been self-isolating.
Self-isolating.
Yeah.
We have not been quarantined. We have been self-isolating for 8 days. We have 7 people in our house, so that's super exciting. So let's go with point number 1.
Plan.
Plan. That's a P word.
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea here is trying to get some normalcy around the day, trying to put together something that looks like a regular life as we're all stuck at home. So we kind of sort of have a schedule that we're trying to work with the kids on around schoolwork, around chores. It's kind of a soft schedule, but at least it gives everybody something to hang their hat on every day and think about and think, well, I need to get this done, then I can go do other things with my day.
Like video games.
Like video games. So we've even got little schedules for the kids that are, again...
We'll do some fancy...
pirate code guidelines.
Zoom in on like a photo thing here.
Yeah, it'll be around.
Like for Daxton, we have what we're calling the daily Dax. He has to accomplish all the things on that sheet, and once he's done, the rest of the day is pretty much his. All right, so number 2 is prepare. So might be a little late for that in some instances, but knowing that this was coming, we did a lot of grocery shopping, not a year's worth of grocery shopping by any means, but we definitely went and got about 2 weeks of groceries before this all started, and made sure that we were buying things and doing things that were the comfort foods, products, that kind of stuff for our family specifically.
Not freeze-dried spaghetti and freeze-dried everything. No astronaut ice cream, like real food.
Yeah, real food.
Real food.
We do have stores of other stuff should, there be like a big natural disaster or whatever, but that's not the stuff we're eating now. So.
No, in fact, just yesterday we had duck confit, which is actually pretty easy. Just sous vide crappy duck from your local store for a day, and it turns into uncrappy duck that everyone likes to eat. Although
crappy duck, there's no such thing.
Fair.
All right.
The other problem we had is we're running out of yeast, so we started a sourdough starter. Yes. And that's going to be our yeast supply now because I wasn't smart enough to buy enough yeast for all the baking that we're doing.
So we prepared, but apparently we didn't
quite
prepare.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, physical activity. Believe it or not, every single person in this household is exercising every day. And that's been huge, both for your physical well-being, but also for your mental well-being. This can be anything. I do weights a couple times a week. I'm starting to get back on the bike. Bruce does sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
The kids are walking and weightlifting. I mean, they're getting outside. They're playing basketball. Not well, mind you, but they're attempting to play basketball.
Our kids aren't very coordinated.
But they sure look cute trying. You're such a mean father.
I am a terrible father.
All right. So moving on to number 4.
Participate.
So this can be, what we mean by this is participate in your community even though we're all being good citizens and practicing social distancing. So this can look like chalking your walk. We did that the other day. It can look like...
So we wanted to raise money for the Maryland Food Bank and we weren't quite sure how to do it. Our youngest son, actually likes making end grain cutting boards, so which is kind of a weird hobby for a 9-year-old, but he enjoys it. So we made some end grain cutting boards and kind of raffled them off on Facebook. The raffle will end tomorrow, and we've already raised $1,400
over $1,400
for the Maryland Food Bank.
We're excited about that, but again, this could be like having some kind of virtual hangout with your friends. We did a Jackbox night the other night with a group of friends. Just last night we had a cousin call with all the Potter cousins, and all the aunts crashed it, so that was really fun.
Yeah.
Just keep reaching out, be a part of your community in the best way that you can. So I guess we're on to our fifth point.
Fifth point.
And maybe our last point, but that's play.
Woo-hoo.
Don't forget to play. We did a family Magic the Gathering draft the other night. Actually, we're still in the middle of it.
It wasn't a draft. It was
it was a style of draft.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm losing. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm losing badly.
We're both in the losers bracket.
We are so in the losers bracket, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Our sons are still participating in their music programs. Actually, Daxton just finished his virtual viola lesson with his teacher. We had to wait for the camera to do this little bumper.
Yeah.
Bumper.
It's filling the void.
Bumper. Okay. And, get outside, play outside. We
Yep.
talked about that a little bit. What else?
Well, the last one.
Oh, yeah, I kind of wrote a last one. I have a notebook, sorry.
So, you always have to binge watch during a pandemic. I think it's the law. So we are binge watching Picard.
Because it starts with a P.
It does.
Actually, we didn't choose it because it starts with a P. It's because I'm a closet
Not even a
Trek
closet
nerd.
Star Trek.
I mean,
Our son is named after a Star Trek character.
yes.
Yes. So that's not a closeted thing. So with that, I think it's time.
All
We're going
right.
to take off.
We're going to make
Bye.
sure this looks good. But
Have
we'll
fun.
talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.